When people bring up Field of Dreams, what did they ask?
Uh, can I spare a few dollars?
Oh,
Mostly
okay.
my family.
Yeah. How
No,
much did you get paid for that role?
it was many, many years ago. Probably and I was young. I was probably paid the Screen Actors Guild minimum weekly,
Okay.
which in those days was a few $100s. But I
What,
was happy. I
what
was
were you,
happy to have the gig.
what were you told in the audition?
Uh I remember not they didn't give me the script. They just had some pages from the scenes that I was in. So I had to kind of deduce myself, but they just told me to keep it natural, as I recall. And it's hard to remember. That was many, many years ago, but a lot of actors in my age range at that time wanted that role because it was talked about,
What
that
did
film.
you think, though, when you read the script? I mentioned it yesterday. When you look at that and you go, okay, hey, this is the premise for the script, and you're going, really? Like that, they're going to make a movie out of that? I mean, Costner said it's the most dangerous movie he ever made because he didn't know if people are going to laugh at it and spit it back out at him. What did you think when you heard the premise for it?
I felt the same. It was obviously a different kind of sports film than we're used to. Although I guess The Natural had that sort of same kind of feel to it, but yeah, I wasn't sure what to make of it at all. And I felt the same way. It was hard to really know how it was going to come out. Although it was a really good script, and obviously had a great cast. So there was some high hopes for it from my perspective.
When do you meet Costner?
We all got together before we started filming in California for a read through, and it was everybody in this sort of loft on Hollywood Boulevard assembled around this table, and I was a nervous wreck. Burt Lancaster was there, James Earl Jones, and I couldn't believe what I was. I mean, not long before I was selling like various bodily fluids and tube socks on the streets of Manhattan, and there I am in this room, and there's Burt Lancaster, and they put me across from Burt Lancaster at the table, and Costner was there, and everybody was really nice, and Phil Robinson, and the part leading up to my first line, which is when I introduced myself to them, and when they picked me up on the side of the road, and I was really nervous because I knew my time to speak was coming up, and I said the line is something like, "I'm Archie Graham," and Burt Lancaster. After I said the line, Burt Lancaster stopped the reading. Said, well, hold on.
Oh boy!
And he said, "That's the wrong pronunciation." And I was mortified. That and he explained that it was Graham, which is sort of 3 syllables instead of Graham, which is one. The way I was saying, my upstate New York twang, and he worked with me like 3 times on saying the line. I wasn't getting it because I was so nervous. And finally, he said, all right, let's just keep going. And then I sat there the rest of the reading, mortified, feeling like an idiot.
You didn't think you were going to lose the job, did you?
Of course, you always feel like you're going to lose the job, no matter what. But I think that was the beginning of everybody sort of being annoyed with me. I still, to this day, I believe Kevin Costner just is really annoyed. He was annoyed with me from the very beginning.
Why?
Because I was a wise ass, and
not was, you still are.
Yes. I began very early, and I just think there was a couple of incidents on the set where I crashed a golf cart into the side of a camera truck. There was all these golf carts around, and I had a lot of time, and I was always speeding around into golf carts, and I slammed into the side of this camera truck, and I remember that was one of the earliest moments where Costner was like it was as if it was his camera truck. He was really annoyed with me, and I was like, what's you? Don't they have insurance? Should they have insurance? Which was the wrong approach, but I mean, that was sort of my, I was this kid running around,